From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome to, as you guessed, a fantastic episode of Casper College Coaches Show.
We haven't done it yet, so I don't know if it's fantastic, Tommy.
I mean, it's going to be fantastic. I was going to say because you're here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, now not so much. I'm here.
Always
so
a pleasure to be with Tom here on the Coaches Show. Thanks for having me.
See, now he's just making me blush. You guys, you see this? He's being nice to me. I mean, he usually is, and he's a nice guy in general. So if you ever meet Coach Ben MacArthur, quality dude. He's no smell fungus, that's for sure.
That's it. Appreciate that.
All right, Coach. Bye week last week, so we don't really have a whole lot to talk about from last week. But I think everyone's curious, what do you do during a bye week?
We trained really hard last week. We had really good training sessions last week, so we come off the two big wins at home versus LCCC and Western Nebraska, and both those teams beat us last year, so that felt really good to beat both of them this year. And then we roll into the bye week, so we know that they're going to get some time off, over the weekend, kind of when the girls are playing Western Wyoming and we're off. So we got after them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week. We went really hard in training sessions. Our training sessions have a very high tempo. We don't like to smell fungus, right? No complaining, just go. And that is what we do, right? And so we just get after them. We want our training sessions to be just as intense or more intense than the actual games. And when that happens and you're used to training at that kind of intensity, then when the games roll around, give yourself an opportunity to get a win. So last week, we trained really hard 4 days, and then I gave them a long weekend off. They went and supported the girls' team on Saturday. And then we're back at it here yesterday, today, and rolling into this weekend to pick two big games this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much the whole team was there on Saturday. One, they were acting as ball boys, helping out the women's team, which we very much appreciate, there to support them. And then the rest were either watching or even helping with the live stream. And so it's kind of nice to have, that support from either the men's and women's teams.
Yeah, and obviously Ammon and Jocelyn and Connor and I, the coaching staff for the men's and women's teams, we have a great relationship. We share an office suite, so our offices are next to each other. We spend a lot of time talking about soccer and culture. And so, we know that when we have the chance to support them, we will. And when they have a chance to support us, they'll support us. Right. Shout out to the brother and the sister, right? Nate and Linnea Dumar. So they're a brother and sister on the teams this year. So Nate's on our team and his sister's on the women's team, and a ton of fun. I know they got a little rivalry going on about who's going to score more goals this year. But we love supporting the women's team.
Well, and we absolutely love to see it. Yeah, they ended up with a tie this weekend, but they'll be on the road with you against Central and Northwest. Central much improved. Northwest coming off a tough loss to Otero. It's a long travel and super windy, that matchup. But, I mean, I don't know if they've come out yet with the new rankings, but at one point they're as high as 12. So we know they can play ball, and they're tough.
They're a tough team. Northwest is tough, and Central stuff. Let's talk about Central first. We go to Riverton. This is a fun trip, right? The guys, how far are these games, right? Like, because sometimes we travel pretty far to these games, and so these are the two of the closer games of the year for us. And so, we head over to Riverton, play Riverton. They got a new coach. He's a firecracker. He's got them organized. They play really tough physical soccer. They want to, they're competitive in every game they play. They might not have broken into the wins-loss like they would like to have, but they're competitive, right? And so we anticipate Central to be a tough matchup. They're going to be really sound defensively, and they're going to be hard to break down. But that should be a fun one on Friday.
So have you talked to them at all about last year's game? Because I believe they came into our field, our pitch, and they ended up tying us. And luckily, it was actually off of an assist from Caden Boyce all the way to Justin Gobukaran, who just chips it over the goalkeeper to make it where it wasn't a loss, and we get the tie. I think it was, 4-4 the final score, 3-3?
No, I think so.
But it was a crazy intense game, though.
It was. That was an intense game last year. I think we beat them last year. We tied them in the spring. We played them in the spring. We tied them in the spring. Last fall, I think we ended up beating them 3-2. But don't quote me on that, Connor. Maybe. Hey, can we get a fact check on this?
Yeah, fact
Connor,
check.
can you check this out? And so we got a guy in the background. He's going to look it up for us, and we'll confirm with you in a second last year's score. I think we beat them, but I can't remember. We'll confirm. But either way, Central, and we know this, when we play teams, we're Casper. They want to beat us, all right? And so we love that. We get everybody's best effort. We've talked about that in the past, maybe last year on the Coaches Show. When we play anybody, we get their best effort. And as players and coaches, that's what we want. Give us your best effort, and hopefully we give you our best effort and we'll see who wins, right? And so that's kind of the idea. And so we want that. So Central's always been tough to play. Like I said, this new coach has brought in a bunch of new players, and so we anticipate them being very tough. They've had some bad scores. Are we ready to fact check this? 3-3 tie. Nailed it, Tommy.
Thank you.
Nailed it. So it was a 3-3 tie last year. You're right. And so, and again, that we left that game. I remember now talking to Connor after the game, like that was one of the games where Connor's like, hey, last year this was not our best effort, and we tied. And that's not appropriate, right? And so, like, as a parent and a coach, nothing's more frustrating. Like, if you give your best effort and you lose, like, we don't care. Right. But if you don't give your best effort, like, we get annoyed. Whether we win or lose, we're annoyed. And so, like, we want our best effort, and that's just not soccer. That's just life too, right? Like in biology class, give your best effort, and if that's a C, so be it. But if you don't give your best effort in biology and you get a C, we lose our minds, right? And that's the same concept that we want on the soccer field. Give us your best effort, and if we lose, fine, we'll try to get better. But if you don't give our best effort and we lose, like, we lose our minds, right? As a coach, like, that's what makes us lose sleep. And so, so this year we're excited. We'll get the guys ready to go. We'll give our best effort Friday on the road in Central against Riverton, and hopefully get a positive result.
So for you, for your team, what are you going to focus on in order to play and have this best effort against Central?
And so obviously last week we talked about the training sessions last week. This week, the same thing. We got to have some intense training sessions to get us ready for this weekend and make sure that our minds are ready to go compete. And then ultimately for us, like, we have to get to third gear. Like, first gear isn't good enough. We got to get to third gear where the ball's buzzing, we're flying into challenges, getting pressure on the ball early, burying our chances, nothing casual, right? Like we have to go. If we start the game just a little bit casual, like, then you're gonna have to play catch up, right? So Otero played Central this past weekend, and Otero started the game a little casual, and they had a frantic 20 minutes to end the game to get a win against Central, because they, maybe were a little casual in the first half. Otero, so no casual right. Soccer.
That's right. I do remember seeing at one point, I was like, oh, I think Central's up.
Yep.
And then, Otero, had to put a whole different gear in that they ended up coming back and
winning
4-2.
Had to find another gear to get a win, yep.
But Central,
they'll be tough.
The Region 9 is not we're just going to walk into this and win region. It's, okay, well, you better expect a battle. It's going to be physical.
Yep, it's going to be a battle.
And you got to put your chances away. Otherwise,
it's
not going to go your way.
That's right.
So we love it. We're glad that you're going out. Well, we're sad that you have to leave us, but we get it. You have to have some away games.
On the road.
But then after the Central game, so it's going to be another tough one. You're going to flip around next day and play a super tough team that's just, they're always tough, but this year they've been unbelievable.
Yeah, they're very good this year. Rob Hill up there has done a great job organizing his team. He's got some very talented players, and they are organized. They all understand their role. They understand their movement. They understand how the coach wants them to play. They've clicked. They got big wins this year already over Salt Lake and Snow.
Idaho?
And Salt Lake or Snow and North Idaho. They played North Idaho tough as well. I think they beat them as well. And so yeah, Salt Lake's a ranked team, or not Salt Lake, sorry, Northwest is a ranked team, and they're off to a hot start, 5-1 or 4-1 or something. And so they're good. They're going to be tough. And then we get to play them at their place on their field. They are in the rankings and we're not, and that's where we want to be. And so we're going to go up and try to give them the best game we can, right? And they'll be tough. Rob's got them rolling. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, without the travel of, 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, we drive from Riverton straight to Powell. All right, so after the game Friday night, we'll go straight to Powell and stay in Powell, and then play Saturday, and then come home.
So then, what will be the keys to success for our team then?
I think Saturday it'll be managing emotions, what team can fight through heavy legs, what team can show our depth, right? Like, can our depth be better than Northwest depth? Anytime in Region 9 we play these back-to-back games Friday, Saturday, that Saturday game is all about managing depth, right? And so and you hope on Friday you avoid some injuries on Friday, and then you hope you can recover quickly. And so I think all that recovery, managing the emotions, and then depth, right? If our depth's better than Northwest depth, then we'll have an opportunity to win.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like we've got some great matchups. I've talking to Coach Bennett. It sounds like there should be a live stream, so unfortunately you're not here, but we should still be able to watch you, which I
hope so.
We like watching you. It's some great soccer to watch. I'm excited.
It should be great.
Good so
should
far.
Should be great.
Oh, and we didn't bring it up, but I want to. 4-0-2 on the season, 2-0 in conference. Yeah, 2-0 in conference because you had the bye. Leading the pack so far. So I think actually Otero might have jumped.
Yeah, there's a couple of
extra.
some other teams have played 3 or 4 games now already, but because of our bye. But we're 2-0, and so we control. One game at a time. We control. We get 3 points on Friday, turn around and give Northwest a game on Saturday, and pick up another 3 points, and we're in the driver's seat. And so I think we understand that as a team. Our players understand that. All my returning guys, my sophomore guys, I think right now we're starting, 8 to 11 sophomores almost every game. And so, we're an experienced team. They understand what we're doing. Hayel Reyes has had a great year for us,
Yes.
right? I got to give Hayel a shout out here. He's been the boss in the midfield for us, right? And so he controls the midfield, the tempo of the game. When we go fast, when we go slow, he's been great for us. And so, again, he's a guy that we need to hopefully continue to play up to his capabilities, for us to get 2 positive results this weekend.
And just because it's such a big deal and only the second time in Casper College men's soccer history, we got to give a shout out again to
Justin's second hat trick in history. 3 goals in 15 minutes. Yep.
So, I would not hate it if he decided to go off again.
Safe to say people in the region know who he is. And so...
that is a safe bet. He has always been... even last year, he was definitely like the goal scorer, I thought. Him and Hetty, I feel like, are kind of there. And just he's really shown out last couple games.
Yeah. We got a good group there. Hopefully we keep it rolling, keep the energy rolling, and get on the bus because we're heading places.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Coach, for coming in. We appreciate you, and we're excited to see how you do this weekend.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
All right, fans. We will see you next time.